Hopeless Fan Podcast. It is Tuesday, October 22nd. A long weekend has expired. It's Scotty, it's Shelby, and it's Zach. Fellas, what's up?
Shelby, how was going to the game on yesterday?
It was fine for like 3 quarters. I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, well, one, like a shining light spin zone. Like, I don't think Gardner Minshew's that good.
Ooh, I was just about to ask you. You saw Kyler Murray in person. You saw Gardner Minshew in person. Who's the better rookie?
Kyler Murray. And it's
Seriously?
not close. Like, Minshew was having trouble like beating a secondary that was missing its top 2 corners.
Yeah, Denver lost to him, so be careful.
Yeah. Oh. So, yeah, he definitely looked a little sus, and like he had a running game that did basically whatever they wanted. And like there was no reason they should only had 9 points going into the fourth quarter.
How'd Leonard Fournette do? I know he got like 131 yards.
Dude,
but
the quietest 100 yards ever.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
It was like death
was
by
like,
paper
what, he just
cuts.
pop off? What, he just pop off 8-yard runs here and there?
Yeah, no, like I think early in the game he had like a 27-yarder, and then it was just like 4 here, 6 there, 3 here, and then he got stuffed at the goal line. So that makes me think like he didn't have a good game, but he had triple digits. It was just quiet all around. I look up at the scoreboard and he had 98, and the Bengals had Joe Mixon had 10 carries for 2 yards.
Jesus.
So it's
has
just,
Joe Mixon
he had
come out?
29. Leonard Fournette had 29 carries.
Yeah. See and when they did throw, it was like, why aren't they shredding us right now?
Has Joe Mixon come out and been like displeasured or expressed his displeasure?
No, he hasn't. But like,
I thought like I read something that Joe Mixon is finally, letting it show that he's, pissed off about it.
It could be like, oh, I wouldn't be surprised. It's almost like, when's it gonna happen?
Right.
It's like his 2 touchdowns are receiving this year.
I mean, what has Joe Mixon done anyway in the league though to merit him to be mad about anything?
That's true. Like,
I mean, there's way better players on way worse teams.
Dude, like that's why like if he was like a stud receiver or quarterback, I'd be like worried. But like with running backs, I'm almost like, all right, if you want out, get out. Like,
yeah, I mean, if AJ Green came out and expressed his displeasure, that's one thing. Or like when Chad Ochocinco did, that was another. But if Joe Mixon, who hasn't, he's had one really good year, and that's it. Yeah, cool. I that's probably why he hasn't come out full forth and been like, yeah, Did he even make the Pro Bowl last year?
He could have been an all. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually think he did not.
No, he didn't. But yeah, with like running backs, I feel like, okay, if you have an offensive line, a good running backs or any running back's probably going to do pretty well. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's not.
Agreed. You can. You always use the Jordan Howard example, right?
I love the Jordan Howard example. 6th-round pick, leads the NFC and has more rushing yards than Zeke Elliott.
Philip Lindsay,
undrafted. It's like, get the talent there. It's I don't know. Mixon's not performing with a substandard line. It's like, I don't know. He's not
just in. Shelby hitting the DMs with a Chad Ochocinco selfie.
Yeah, that's that was kind of the bright spot of the day. I'm just walking out of PBS and my brother's like, "Oh, hey, there's Chad," and we're literally touching elbows.
Did you say hi or get a picture?
I said,
with him?
we're about to go to McDonald's if you want to come, and
nice.
He dabbed me up. So a little Cloud9 moment.
You didn't get a pic?
No, I wasn't going to be that guy because there was about 75 people following him.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
But my nephew did, and my nephew got on his Instagram post this morning.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. Ocho has a Instagram of him walking, and you see me in the background, and you see my nephew in my Boomer Esiason jersey.
Wow.
Take a picture with him.
Wow.
So, like...
Good moment for your nephew.
Yeah, I was on Cloud9 for a minute, and then I looked and saw the Bills-Dolphins under didn't hit.
No, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we will. Okay, Sunday standouts, winners and losers. Scotty, give me a loser. I'm interested to see how if we have the same ones.
Yeah. Okay. I do want to give you a loser, but Zach, I haven't heard from you yet. I actually want to know how he's doing before I start. Zach.
Yeah. So.
Keep it short because I don't care that too much.
Retweet.
Oh, okay. Well, just go ahead.
No, Zach, I'm kidding. Zach, come back.
We had a great matchup that was a big roller coaster ride.
Did, yeah.
Started with me starting KC defense, and everything looked pretty much down the pits for you. And then I made the move to do a 1 week trade. Basically ending up in me getting Patrick Mahomes and sending away Russell Wilson.
Zach took the L. Big time. Big L.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I only lost by 15 points, which
didn't need him.
Would have been a lot worse had Zeke not gone off there at the end. So it was a valiant effort by my team. Wasn't a blowout.
You took the L.
Aaron Rodgers basically saved you. That's it.
All right, I guess we'll just get into it then. We'll go to how'd you get screwed in fantasy.
No, that's okay. Winners, Aaron Rodgers. That's a winner. But my loser, I'll start off, Shelby. For my Sunday standouts, losers, it's Derek Carr's goal line reaches. Dude, when is he gonna learn?
Yeah,
because that is like, actually, I want him to keep doing it because that is hilarious. It looks like the exact replica play of what he tried again on Monday Night Football, or what was it, Thursday Night Football against the Cowboys a couple years ago.
Yeah,
hilarious.
It's just like you see how many of those like. Where they reach over the pile or like they dive in and like they got the ball just across the goal line before like someone knocked it out and they're like, okay, it is a touchdown. Never happens to Derek Carr.
Never.
Literally never.
So funny that he like keeps in. It's so funny that he just never reaches the pylon. But he
and that's like, just like that's one of those things like I want John Gruden and Derek Carr to hate each other.
You know what the worst thing? Yeah, I do too because I need a sideline but heated battle. But Derek Carr will just like roll up in his shell before anytime John Gruden even like raises his voice at him. I think that like, you know what the most annoying thing about Derek Carr is immediately after a play, if there's a flag, he's like immediately pointing at the other team and he's like so confident that the flag is against, you know, the other team, or you know, if he thinks that they got a first down, immediately after that touchdown, he like put his head down and started walking away and like started pointing like either first down or that's a touchdown, you know, we got it, no worries. And then, you know, it collapsed upon him, which is
there's nothing worse than that when like if there's like a fumble and your squad is like pointing the direction, like you're gonna believe them, right? And then when it doesn't come true, you're like, well, why were you pointing then?
Right? Yeah. Well, Derek Carr is just like so cocky, and it never works out for him. And
I don't like how deep his voice is.
Oh,
that's a red flag to me. I don't know. Yeah. He doesn't look like a deep voice guy, and then he talks.
That is red flag. Yeah.
He's like, I put suntan lotion on my arms.
Yeah. What? Name me one deep voice quarterback that ever worked out. You can't.
Wow. On the spot like this, I'm flummoxed.
I mean, think of one.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Is he? I mean, does he have a deep voice?
I would say deeper than if there was a line that's like, okay, this is more deep than soft. I think Big Ben's just below that Mendoza.
Okay. Well, Derek Carr probably has a deeper voice then. Shelby, do you have a loser?
Absolutely. What's that?
Do you have another loser?
Atlanta, in parentheses, Devontae Freeman. When a grown man you fight with lifts you up and like your legs aren't touching the ground anymore, that's tough.
Winner for Aaron Donald, though.
Yeah, I think you take away when there's a fight, you key in on the loser more than you celebrate the winner.
Right.
And Devontae Freeman lost. That whole fight screamed 3-13.
But you know what? Devontae Freeman to me, you know what he did? He showed moxie.
Right. If you're a Falcons fan, you're disagreeing with this because, oh my gosh, I'd rather feel defeat than feel nothing at all.
Right.
Right. But a tough day for short running backs since the Saints were mocking Tariq Cohen too.
Oh my God, yeah. That was hilarious.
Tariq Cohen with an all-time clapback. Like they don't know I'm short. That's what he said on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it's like, but still, you know.
Yeah,
well, they kind of played you.
I also saw a video of him laying out a great block against a defensive lineman. So it's like he's tiny, but he's still a great blocker for a tiny running back.
Yeah, I'm all for tiny players, you know, looking like little munchkins out there hitting the big dudes.
But Scotty, that's one of this when you drafted Cohen and you were bragging about his catches. It was made for days like yesterday when they're losing by a ton.
I know.
And he got like 29 catches or something like that. Yeah,
or 28 probably.
28, above 25 but lower than 30. He had that many catches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Shelby, people losing. Speaking of people losing fights, how about Jalen Ramsey, who lost a fight to AJ Green, being a winner for me from yesterday?
Ooh.
because he got off to his new team. He allowed one catch or something, and his team won 27-3 with a great defensive effort. So can't be in a better spot than Jalen Ramsey is now.
Wasn't it 37-10?
Sure. I thought last time I looked, it was 27-3, 37-10. Sure.
Good day for oh my gosh, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold just had one of the worst fumbles in history.
Oh my god, they're running it back. Oh my god, get him, please. I just watched no.
Replay his touchdown.
Okay.
By foot.
Okay. Wow, what a massacre. And the Jets were hyped for this. Another loser, Phillip Rivers.
I got the Chargers as an L. I mean, Phillip Rivers is stuck in. Yeah, I mean, dude, you know what? He's just stuck in 2007. He's not mobile. He's a statue. He'll get you the wins, but they can't be really innovative with their offense.
Right.
It's the Chargers throughout his whole tenure has just found epic ways to lose. I love it. I think it's another hilarious. I think all my losers are pretty hilarious, but
right. I mean, it is hilarious, but how Chargers is it that I haven't checked the injury report, but someone's probably out for the year now.
Right.
But they had 2 touchdowns reversed.
Yeah, and then fumbled.
Eckler to the 1-yard line, touchdown at first, and then Gordon up the middle looks like a touchdown, no, and then my God, it's
and then I kind of called that with the first 3 weeks on the podcast. I said, dude, I don't know why Melvin Gordon's holding out, because he's not going to get that kind of money that whoever held out, like Zeke, or who held out last year all year, or Le'Veon Bell got that money, but Melvin Gordon I knew wasn't going to get that, and then he comes back and he's just playing awful. I mean, he's the one that fumbled at the goal line, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, he is
terrible.
But yeah, the Chargers, it's insane.
Didn't secure
the Chargers, they got that touchdown called back from Eckler, and then Melvin Gordon got stopped again, and then I'm 3rd and goal at the 1-inch line. I'm not even confident the Chargers are going to make it anymore.
It's hilarious.
I'm just how are they going to mess it up?
Yeah, they're going to find a way to lose. You just
That's
know
nuts. It's I can't think, and you're probably better at this than I am because it's the Chargers, but when one of those games have went their way.
Right. I don't know.
A crazy play at the goal line, or officiating error.
How about the Chiefs game last year? Maybe that's the only one I can think of where they went for 2 and got the 2-point conversion to win.
Yeah, and didn't the Titans go for 2 and miss in London last year?
Against the Chargers?
Yeah.
No, they did it against the Eagles.
That's
and
right.
They got
But that wasn't in London.
This was a game in London.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. Could be. Not good for the podcast knowledge.
I'm going to go ahead and say yes, guarantee it. Zach, look it up. All right, now go to winners. Kirk Cousins is a baller now, and now he's got a revenge game coming up with the Redskins on Thursday night. So, obvious winner. I don't know what the heck's happened to him.
Yep.
But he looks like a godsend now.
Titans goal line defense. That's a winner.
Titans goal line defense.
Aaron Rodgers.
The Ravens. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's running back stock.
Yeah.
He completed 9 passes.
Hey, Shelby.
I dropped it in the DMs, and Lamar Jackson has proven me wrong.
Scotty, hang on, shut up real quick. Shelby, exactly a year ago today, October 21st, 2018, London's in the London game, Titans versus Chargers.
All right, Chargers won by 1.
You're right. And exactly a year ago today.
I mean, I nailed it. What are you gonna do? Okay,
you did nail it. Exactly, that was kind of rude. My feelings are hurt.
Another winner for me, the Colts, just winning convincingly against the Texans, kind of. The refs kind of screwed the Texans with the Deshaun Watson play. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, it's the Colts. I don't know why, but they lost me so much potential earnings in that Raiders game that I'm they're scrubs. They're done. Then what have they done since that? They went to Kansas City as 11-point underdogs. They win. They're underdogs against Houston, and probably should have won by double digits and win by a touchdown. So the Colts are back. I think the Colts and Texans are both playoff teams, and one of them's going to be a wild card.
It just goes to show with a good offensive line, any team can win any week. Seriously,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's the most important position in pro football. It's got to be. I mean, if your quarterback's got time, he can let everything develop. And segue, is there a Jets defensive tackle or lineman named Ebola?
We'll have to fact check that. I think I'm on a delay from you, so I might be able to see it coming up. Darnold, they just showed a replay of Darnold getting punked.
No, guys, you know what? It wasn't Ebola on the Jets. Number 75 is Edoga. So that's on me.
Solved.
75, it was a replay of the tackle. So that's on me.
Okay.
You know,
don't beat
for
yourself
not knowing the Jets linemen. Yeah, but one more loser is rain games. That sucked. That rain game sucked.
Oh, gonna have to disagree there. But
why do you
I'll
like?
get to
Why
that later.
for the pictures? I guess.
I'll get to that later.
All
right. For your reference, guys, and this is going off a team that we didn't mention in the winners losers, but now Dak Prescott has 15 career games with at least one touchdown passing and one touchdown rushing, breaking a tie with Roger Staubach for most in team history. And that just seems like grasping at straws to try to be relevant, like to give the Cowboys some love. Like that just seems so irrelevant to me.
Right.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, okay, good, like Dak's a Hall of Famer then.
Dude, I'm just so sick of the countless like Cowboys coverage no matter what they do. It's really kind of annoying, isn't it? I mean, like the Patriots the Patriots don't even get that praise. It's like they're good, we all know it. Let's move on. It's like the Cowboys, it's like let's debate every little aspect of everything Dak does. Like how did his left foot look when he came out of his break off this, in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left. It's like, dude, I just couldn't care less,
Yeah, dude, with the Patriots, they like create it with their controversies, like the Tom Brady spa video,
right?
And
right.
like Antonio Brown and stuff. And then with the
spa
Cowboys
video,
yeah.
Oh yeah, oh right, the Robert Kraft. Yeah, I thought you said the Tom Brady spa video.
Yeah, the Tom Brady spa video. Did you not see that? The thing with Paul Rudd.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is that controversy? Oh, I didn't even put 2 to 2 together with Kraft, right? Oh my God, that's on me. Oh,
Tough look segment.
Yeah. Put me in the doghouse.
Yeah, I know who's in my doghouse on Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah,
Paul
but
Rudd.
with the Cowboys, it's just like they lose a game, and then it's like, okay, good morning, welcome to ESPN. Should Jason Garrett be fired?
Right.
And I'm oh my God.
Do you guys watch Get Up ESPN?
No, I wasn't gonna name drop a show.
Oh well, that's on me. I'm name dropping it. It's a good show, but they consistently talk about the Cowboys, and they even put on Marcus Spears, former Cowboy, to talk some more Cowboys throughout the whole day. So they have they bring ESPN brings these dudes in for all day segments, and then they just if they're Cowboys fans or former players, that's all they freaking talk about all day long.
No, it's and I've mentioned this before. I've mentioned this before. It's like when the Cowboys were 4-12 in 2015. It was like every week Skip Bayless is like, they can still make the playoffs.
Oh my God!
And I don't know. It's just it's
bad.
It's a cluster. Okay, Zach, it's time. Are you ready? Because we're gonna rip your rankings.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, and you explain kind of what you're ranking.
Yeah, so I'm ranking top 10 wide receivers currently in the league. I'd say a heavy emphasis on performance this year, but if they're having a down year, that doesn't necessarily exclude them. So, I mean, do you guys want to add any kind of qualifiers before we start, or does that sound good to you?
No, I kind of want to just know what you're thinking, like spur of the moment, top of the head, rapid fire.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. I mean, I do want to hear what Zach's thinking. I just wouldn't. If I were making the list, I probably if a player's injured this year, I wouldn't leave him off the list.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and start. There's a lot. These ones, starting at 10, working my way down to 1. These ones are. I had a lot of trouble, especially with probably 6 through 10. Was really tough. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with 10. Number 10 is gonna be Edelman.
Okay.
Controversy off the bat.
I know, right?
Just kidding.
9, Hilton, T.Y. Hilton.
Okay.
Number 8, Diggs.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Number 7, Thielen.
Okay.
Number 6, Godwin. Number 5, OBJ. Number 4, Julio Jones. Number 3, Michael Thomas. Number 2, Tyreek Hill. And number 1, DeAndre Hopkins. So go ahead and destroy that list. I
Zach,
already feel bad about excluding Devontae Adams.
Zach, real quick.
What? Yeah. Like,
what was number 4?
Julio.
Julio.
Yeah, number 4 is Julio Jones.
Okay. Yeah.
Devontae Adams, are you kidding me? Why is tell me, why is him and AJ Green left off?
I don't know. Like I said, these last ones are really tough. But I said there was a heavy emphasis on performance this year, so that probably had something to do with it. I feel like Adams, and especially Green with injury, and Adams with a little bit of injury, and kind of them developing into LaFleur's offense. I feel like Hilton has kind of, I feel like, overperformed with what we expected from him this year, not having luck. And Diggs has kind of gone off recently. I probably should have put Adams in instead of Thielen, which is why I said I'm already regretting reading this back to you guys.
Not Thielen, actually just Diggs. I don't think Diggs belongs in the top 10.
Diggs is very good. I don't know. Yeah,
I would take Diggs
good,
out, and maybe obviously Adams and Green, Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is me personally. I'm not convinced.
What a jump Amari Cooper's made in 1 year.
Real quick,
because this last year he was
what's OBJ done in the last 3 years?
That's why I have him. I have him at 5.
I know you have him at 5.
I mean, he would. I know he's. I mean, anybody else, other people would definitely argue him like 3, but I've got him at 5 just because he's. It's just amazing what he was able to do with Eli throwing to him.
Yeah, but like you said, you took AJ Green off this list because he's been sidelined, and you put a big. You put more importance on what they've done recently.
Yeah, I guess there was a. Yeah, I guess so, but there's a sort of name recognition that goes there. I guess you have the name bias.
I can't disagree with that, but I just don't know if that should play into it. I actually like the Edelman thing at 10 because.
Well, I mean, if people are calling him a Hall of Famer,
right?
Then, yeah, probably. What about
if they win a Super Bowl this year? I think it's a lock for Edelman.
Yeah, well, what is it with the Rams receivers? Like, none of them.
I don't know. What's 1 week is really good, and then the next
Brandon
week
Cooks is a magician, disappearing all over the place, and
yeah, they probably belong in like 15.
Yeah,
like
that's why I was like, before we were on air, I was like, can I do 15? This is too
right
hard.
Now Cooper Kupp would be the best one out of that.
Yeah, for sure.
If you did 15, Zach, would Cortland Sutton or Emmanuel Sanders?
No.
Be in either one of them?
Absolutely not.
Well, Cortland Sutton has more receiving yards than Julio.
Okay, well, like DJ Chark has more receiving yards than everyone on here. So does Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Westbrook.
That's fair.
Do you think I should put Westbrook on there too?
That's fair. Oh, Keenan Allen is a bad miss too.
No, I thought about it and I didn't want to put him on there. I thought about that one.
You have if in terms of this year, you have 4 guys that are in the top 7 for receiving yards this year, not on this list. And I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's why you can't make the case.
Just like contribution, contribution to the team. It was kind of more important than it wasn't. It was top 10 wide receivers, not top 10 fantasy wide receivers. You know what I mean?
Right. That makes sense. I mean, because then Cortland Sutton would.
And Chris Godwin would be 1.
And Tyler Boyd would be on there too. Actually.
Other than that, Hopkins. I don't think anyone's disagreeing with 1. Hill, Thomas, Julio,
pretty easy list. I think when you do the top 5 is where a real debate
Julio
would
with
come
the touchdowns is like, but I mean he's still Julio Jones.
Even top 5 is pretty easy.
No, I think his top 5 is great.
I mean Hopkins.
I don't know who I would put at 5. I don't know who I would put at 5 because
Thielen.
I wouldn't put OBJ. You could lean
I
Thielen.
Wouldn't either.
You could say Godwin doesn't really have the, it's only been a few games this year.
Yeah.
I mean, Godwin, his volume is increased, Hilton. But I mean, Mike Evans is the better receiver in Tampa
Adams,
Bay.
I got to say Adams at 5.
Yeah, but now you're saying Adams at 5 when you didn't even put him in your top 10.
I know, that's why I said. Exactly. That's why I said at the end of the list, I was like, I already feel bad for not including Adams.
Well, okay. Well, yeah, this is. I guess next week we'll do running backs, but
all right, Zach, you've created another solid
No, I don't
list.
think that.
I'm getting
besides
better.
Devontae Adams, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Yep.
Unforgivable.
All right, Now it's time for Christmas in Week 8. Christmas in Week 8. We've ripped Zach's rankings. Christmas in Week 8. Scotty, who and what are you giving for Christmas?
I'm giving the Eagles an entire secondary. Have I already given them? Have I already given the Eagles a secondary for Christmas or a defense? Maybe it was
probably
the Falcons in the defense. But the Eagles need.
They tried to give themselves a secondary by getting Ramsey.
These Birds teams have no wings to fly in the secondary, and the Eagles have no cornerbacks to ever cover Amari Cooper. So I'm giving them a quarterback. They can have Chris Harris Jr.
I'm going to give the Detroit Lions an Ancestry DNA kit because they look like the same old Lions, so they have to be related to like the Lions that like had no defense and relied on Matthew Stafford to throw like 50 times a game. Everyone's kind of hype on the Lions. They were, it was supposed to be a very competitive game, and it was for the most part, but you allow 42 points in your home building to Kirk Cousins, and it's a little sus.
Yeah, I like the Lions too. I think Matthew Stafford's a good quarterback, and I think that the Detroit has kind of held back his career, kind of countering what Zach said, where he'd be out of the league without Calvin Johnson, which is just a blasphemous take.
Came in hot.
I still stand by it.
I can't forgive you.
I don't care.
Dude.
I still stand by it.
All right, so the Lions' future has to include Matthew Stafford. But what does your future have to include? That's our Twitter trend, one of our two. Hashtag my future has to include.
Yeah, dude. NFL Sundays, don't let a movie about concussions take away my favorite day of the week. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that just, 17 days a year, NFL Sundays just need to stick around forever. Sports are obviously alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you stole mine.
Water's not going anywhere, Zach. You can still put it in a Natty Light can and drink it.
Dogs.
Yeah, for sure.
Shelby.
Big mouth.
I said anything but the suburbs and like a normal life. Like, I just don't want to be my parents. Like, I don't want your laugh, Dad. Yeah.
Shelby, when I first met you in college, the first thing Shelby says to me is like, "Yeah, I probably want to be married by like when I graduate and then have like a kid by like 23." Dude. And now Shelby's just like, "I don't even want to like touch."
Like first day of college, I came up to Scotty for the first time, and I was like, "Hey, bud, nice bandana." I actually really want to be married by 23. That's the first thing I said to Scotty in our dorm room. Oh my God, Darnold.
Yeah. Darnold is bad.
I'm winning money.
Here's your dish back.
Here's the ball back, New England, from Samuel. The Jets got so pumped for this game too.
Are they gonna are the Patriots gonna hit my over by themselves?
They might, Zach. Who cares?
They might, dude. It's not even the second half.
Gambling's stupid anyway.
It is so stupid.
So do something better with your time.
Talk about something that my future should include: winning bets.
Can't see that.
Outlook not good.
All right, Zach. Is there anything your future has to include?
I should probably say my wife. So we'll go with that one. It's her birthday today.
Whipped.
Shout out.
Happy birthday, Jenna. Oh, do you want to shout out your aunt?
Yeah. Also, hopefully more free Packers tickets. Something my future should include. Shout out to my Aunt Amy.
Shout out my
Aunt Amy.
Shout out my aunt. Give me more.
Yeah, give me more.
Yeah, more Jesus.
Tickets. I'm sure she will. They're some jet setters. My dad's sister and her family, they fly all over the world.
Yeah,
they always have to give up their tickets.
That was one thing that the podcast needed to include in its future because Zach promised it without actually running it by us, Shelby. But so Zach, thanks for the shout out.
Good job, bud.
Is there another Twitter trend?
Yeah. Hashtag my worst costume. Your worst Halloween costume since it's coming up. And
yeah, speaking of college, how about Thing 1 and Thing 2? Is there nothing that screams freshman more than two guys going as Thing 1 and Thing 2?
I liked it.
I actually did too. I actually take it back.
Dude, guys, I'll I'll drop my worst costume in the DMs. You can keep.
Oh, the pirate?
No, you can keep going. Though I'll find it.
When you win as Hitler.
No, it's Zach, not Nathan.
Zach did not go as Hitler. Zach muted himself. Why did he go? Did he really do that?
All right, my worst costume is okay. So my worst costume, my sophomore year of college, I knocked it out of the park. I went as Mugatu from
I remember that.
What?
I remember from Zoolander.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I went as Mugatu and absolutely killed it. I mean, the makeup. I had a puppy that I walked around with, and I made creepy.
Shelby, that was a great costume.
And then the next year, I'm like, okay, I want another costume where I can hold a dog or a cat, and I decided to be Dr. Evil, and got the suit, and it was like a nice suit, but like it's just I look like a Confederate soldier, and
God.
No one would tell.
You didn't wear the ball cap.
No one would tell off the jump that, oh yeah, you must be Dr. Evil, because there's nothing special about just a gray suit. And then the cap.
Well, you needed
the bald cap that
I
got. It looked like it could fit a newborn baby, and it was like off-colored vanilla, and I was pasty mayonnaise white, so like it just didn't work, didn't fit. So I had like floppy brown hair because I was too poor to get a haircut. So yeah, it is a total flop. I tried to get a pinky ring, it fell off almost immediately in the streets of Athens. Yeah, just bad all around.
I was a handsome devil. If there's nothing that screams last second, I have no idea where I'm gonna be. It's a handsome devil I found at a random Halloween store because they were almost out of every costume because Halloween was that night.
That's a Scotty move.
And I was like, Mom, I'm poor, I don't work, and all the money that I do delivering pitas, go to drinking. So can I have $50 to buy this one freaking costume that I'm never gonna wear again? It's a costume kit for a handsome devil. That was like one of the worst decisions.
Yeah, that
I've
screams
ever made.
That's almost as last minute as just the white T-shirt that says "Go Ceilings" on it, and you're a ceiling fan.
Yeah, biggest ceiling fan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or anybody who works in the medical field just wearing their scrubs or their medical jacket. I'm going as a doctor. You are a doctor.
Yeah, actually, Shelby, 2 years ago, I went as a ceiling fan, and I was sick. Thank God I was sick that day from work because it was like a work costume party, and I would have gone as a ceiling fan. I bought like a scythe from like a Grim Reaper, and I put ceilings on there. Like I had like a ghost ceiling stick too. Zach's cracking open the natties, but dude, it was bad.
Okay,
it was so bad. And I'm so fortunate to being sick. I've never felt so fortunate to be sick.
Well, I know a couple years ago I was coming home from work and my sister was throwing a party, and I tried to get I got an arm brace and I wrote "lover" on it. And then from it.
That's good.
And then I was coming home from work and the party had already started and I couldn't find it, and so I went all the way home to get it. And then, I called my mom, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm on my way now." And it's like, "Oh, we all took pictures as soon as we got here. Now we're just in regular clothes." That's cool. Yeah, I didn't drive all the way back here. So, Zach, that's not a bad costume you just dropped in the DMs.
Oh, you like it? Because
I know I don't like it.
It's a bowler hat. Oh. Okay.
Oh, Zach, that's pretty bad. Red Dead Redemption.
I told you, it's like a fat henchman from Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, it really is.
Not the main character.
Gonna be a cowboy, baby.
The rootness, tootness. I'm gun safety Dwight.
And what the hell's a condom?
So you were Phillip Rivers for Halloween?
Yeah. No, you were Josh Allen coming out of the draft.
Or Baker Mayfield now.
Yeah, you were Wyoming Josh Allen.
You were Denver Jay Cutler.
Hey now, easy.
That's not an insult.
Was he? Jay Cutler wasn't country in Denver.
No, I'm saying a gunslinger.
Oh, I thought we were saying fat.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. Oh, I thought we were saying country.
Oh, sorry, Zach.
We're all three saying.
You were Kyle Orton then.
Yeah, it's Eddie Lacy.
That's a better one, yeah.
All right. Now it's time, Irrational NFL reactions. And this is different. Usually we take aside 5 or 10 minutes to kind of map it out. This time it's uncut, it's raw, it's right. It might not be as good, but it might be funnier. Could be funnier.
Trial and error here. Why not? I mean, when we laugh, that's when people should laugh.
Scotty, you're starting it.
That's how comedy works. Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
You're starting it.
Broncos Falcons might sell before trade deadline. Who's before? Raiders trade QB or CB Conley to Texans for 2020 pick. Raiders traded Conley. 2020. That's also an election year. Debrief. Rodgers among 7 resurgent NFL forces. I mean, we all knew Rodgers was going to come back. That's kind of a lame topic. Roundup. Eagles cut veteran CB Orlando Scandrick. LOL. He sucks. Shine. Oh, dude. Shine's. I don't even want to. I'm not even going to complete that headline. I don't even care. Shine. It's just Shine, and that's it. Carroll defends. Shine, you stop using your name. Actually, Shine, that's too much of a power trip for an irrational reaction. Carroll defends Seahawks 4th and 3 field goal attempt. What? Okay. I mean, wasn't the game already over anyway? Okay. QB Mahomes progressing nicely with knee rehab. Good. I mean, we all knew. Actually, no, we didn't. But yeah, okay. How about just okay? Fins McCain to be disciplined for fan confrontation. Don't discipline him. Fan fights for life. Matt Nagy on need to run the ball. I'm not an idiot. Oh, anyone who ever says I'm not an idiot is in fact definitely clearly an idiot.
Okay. Strong. All right. It makes me nervous for him.
Why? Yeah, I know. Me too.
All right, someone count me in.
I have no idea what to say at some points. All right, shall we? 3, 2, 1, hit it.
Broncos Falcons might sell before trade deadline. I'd call it a fire sale, but nobody's hot. Raiders trade CB Conley to Texans for 2020 pick. Still not going to help Laramie Tunsil block anyone. Debrief. Rodgers among 7 resurgent NFL forces. Can't imagine who got left off that list. Who's number 8? Roundup. Eagles cut veteran cornerback Orlando Scandrick. Signed safety Tampa Bay Hendrix. That's another Florida name. Shine. NFC's best team doesn't have best record. Fucking Shine, man. Carroll defends Seahawks 4th and 3 field goal attempt. Tell that to people who bet the over.
Oh, God.
Quarterback Mahomes. You just said you didn't even know anything about it. Quarterback Mahomes progressing nicely with knee rehab. Zach hasn't seen his knees in a while, but he'd gladly give one up. Fins McCain to be disciplined for fan confrontation. A little late to be disciplining John McCain right now. Matt Nagy on need to run the ball. I'm not an idiot. I'm just stupid.
Nice. That one's a little... See... irrational reactions going second. It gives you a little chance to debrief and come up with something. So it was a little less. That sounded a little bit more scripted, but that was good.
All
right, Zach. All right, go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Zach, you ready? Let's do it.
Broncos Falcons might sell before trade deadline. I mean, I know it's been a rough season, but there's no reason to sell your whole team. Raiders trade CB Conley to Texans for 2020 pick. I got nothing. Debrief.
Oh,
Roger,
not off to the best start, Zach.
Says Scotty. Okay. Debrief. Rodgers among 7 resurgent NFL forces. Resurgent 7 sounds like a dope movie title. Roundup. Eagles cut veteran CB Orlando Scandrick. Dang it, Shelby! Did you say that sounds like the most Florida name you've ever heard?
No, I said they re-signed Tampa Bay Hendrix.
Yeah.
Orlando Scandrick is the most Florida name I've ever heard. Shine.
That's going to be in the tweet tomorrow. Tampa Bay Hendrix. That's just going to be the segment.
Shine. NFC's best team doesn't have best record. Also, NFC's worst team does have worst record. Carroll defends Seahawks 4th and 3 field goal attempt. You still lost to my Ravens, bitch. QB Mahomes progressing nicely with knee rehab. It's been a long journey to get my knee off of cocaine. Vince McCain. Vince McCain to be disciplined for fan confrontation. McCain, what is this, 2008? Matt Nagy on need to run the ball. I'm not an idiot. These headlines write themselves.
The knee one.
Wow. Yeah, the knee one. Zach,
my knee.
Good one. That was
my favorite from Zach is when Scotty roasted him, and he's like, "Okay," coming from Scotty.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, that's a good one. That was good. I think we should do this more often.
Yeah.
All right.
Back to basics.
Back to basics, and we'll get back to basics Thursday night when we preview some stuff, the week, the boardwalk. Nathan will join us. It'll be a whole thing. You guys should join in and enjoy this episode. Thanks for listening.